welcome to the Valentine's Ash Wednesday edition of the Round Table. Joining me this morning is newlywed Mrs.
Oh my gosh! Guys, today was the first time I saw the wedding with you guys, you know.
You were there.
They asked me to show up in my wedding attire, guys, so the entire day was a beautiful surprise, absolutely divine.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Bruce and I eloped in our living room barefooted. And so we had no intentions. We decided that marriage is what we needed to work on.
Was there a pastor there?
We had a pastor. They asked me to show up with a pastor, and it's just beautiful, guys. It was, yeah, so it was absolutely stunning. Oh my God, and there are some of the pictures.
Yes.
This is what elopement looked like. Take boss, drink soda, joke. But we just wanted to capture something beautiful with the ordinary, and that's what we felt our love story reflected. And so we went with this concept, and I mean,
amazing,
yeah,
beautiful, and all the people that mattered were there.
Absolutely.
Well,
we hear people in the comments, oh, only 4 people go to the wedding.
That's okay. That's okay. Because leading into that, also joining us here at the table is my mentor and my pastor, Pastor Christopher Morgan. Welcome to the Round Table,
good morning,
PC.
Good morning, Barbie.
Yes, a long time. I get to the table, the round table.
Ooh.
Well, I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, I'm glad you're here too.
Yeah.
So listen, Callie, your wedding was absolutely. I'm blessed and honored to actually sit at the table with you anytime.
Oh, sweet girl.
I get to sit at the table with you. But I'm really, really happy for you. And it just gives me joy when I see things like that. Like I celebrate, like it's me. It wasn't me in the dress, but it was me. Yes, but.
Love you for that.
Yes.
And next year, this time, we're going to celebrate you.
Maybe this year.
This year?
Yeah,
How could I? Next year, this year.
PC, what did you think about Callie's wedding? Did you get to?
Well, yeah, I'm excited that you got married.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It kind of, because I know both of them.
Yeah.
And it really happened at a wonderful time.
Yes.
I think the timing was great.
Yeah.
Really, really happy for you both.
Yeah, thank you, Chris.
Really
thank you. We're coming from far, you know. It's how long I know you from. Lang, yeah.
Well, you know, I was in last year this time. I was actually in rehearsal with Bruce because he was Jesus.
And that's a whole other thing, because when I met him, I was saying, I'm married to Jesus, I'm not interested, I just want to come to the gym and work out. And then I come to the play and he's Jesus, and I was like, that is hysterical. I was like, God, you have the sense of humor of craziness.
He definitely has a sense of humor.
So thanks for allowing him to do that, Chris.
Oh boy.
It was great. Big up Bruce.
Big up Bruce. Big up Jesus. Big up Bruce. Well, I see something hot coming. Oh, what? I like this box. Yes, I like this. This box. Oh, it's heavy.
Valentine's
and it's heavy too. It's heavy. Yes. It's.
Oh, guys.
Oh, look.
Can it be Valentine's Day every day? Oh my gosh! Wait, we have to take up the napkins because you can't see what is in there.
I thought you were taking the. I thought you were gonna take the.
I'm not so craven.
You know, I am. Just so we're clear, we have. Thank you, Krispy Kreme. We have heart-shaped donuts in here. Look at that. They're heart-shaped. There's a pink one, a brown one. PC, which one you want?
You have to make the glass of this side first.
No, I'll take whatever you ladies know.
Just bless them.
I'll take last.
Well, you put me and said, well, leave the pink one for me.
Okay, well, inside the box was also our hot topic for the morning. So our hot topic this morning is 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verses 4 to 8.
If the pastor said mercy, you must know, you know.
It's a very challenging verse.
It is a very challenging verse. It's a lot to unpack. I'm not sure if we'll be able to unpack all of it, but we can definitely unpack some of it. So 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 4 to 8. PC, you want to just read it to us? Yes, please.
And everybody on YouTube and in Jamaica, go ahead and open your Bibles to 1 Corinthians 13.
Turn with me. But most people know this one, right? Because every wedding you go and everywhere you go, they talk about it. And so, you know, love is patient, love is kind, it does not envy, it does not boast. It isn't proud. It doesn't dishonor others. It's not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices in the truth. It always protects. It always trusts. It always hopes. And it always preserves. Now, the biggest line in this is love never fails.
Wow.
And the most powerful thing about this verse is that it's not talking about, these aren't nouns. Okay, and it's not talking about a feeling. These are actually action words. These are doing words. So love is really not this feeling thing as much as it is this doing thing.
Yes.
You know, it's not about what love feels like primarily. That's what the verse is saying.
Right.
It's what love looks like. You know, most of us don't know what love looks like.
Yeah.
Because we're really pressing after a feeling.
Yes, absolutely. So, Kelly, I saw you twitch there a little at one of the...
yes, yeah.
At when CC read one of those things that love is.
So we can aspire for the others, you know, like a patience and like a kindness on a good day. But they keep no record of wrong. Gonna help me. Help me unpack that one. Somebody help me.
Well, I think the thing about it is that it really makes it difficult when you do keep a record of wrongs, because then there's no redemption, right? There's no way for someone to actually there's really no way for them to do better.
So Barbie, if you tea from me every day for the week, me just come up Friday, hello Barbie, don't forget nothing. I receive you today. The man unfaithful to you every day would just show up on a Friday, oh honey, like really, truly, I'm genuinely asking questions.
Yeah, I mean, well, Barbie used a powerful word. She talked about redemption. You know, I think what God is trying to push us to in this doing of love is to forgive. And the idea of forgiveness is that we would let something go, and that we move into a place of amendment. No, you really shouldn't be, facilitating a love that is offense after offense after offense after offense. But when we deal with something, there is a lot of power in leaving it where it is and not always returning to it.
I like that. So there's a confrontation clause, or like if you've dealt with it, I come to you like in that verse that says, talk to the person first.
It's not don't deal with it.
Right. But when we're not going to rehash it and bring it up over and over and over.
And if you've decided to forgive, then for me, what I like to tell people is what I always push myself to remember is that there's really only one way to forgive, and it's the way that God forgives. And he says, that I've thrown it into the sea of forgetfulness. So we tend to, and I hear people say this all the time, oh, I can forgive, but I'll never forget. Are you really forgiving if you never forget? And you really do. Forgetting sometimes is letting it go. It's not saying that it's okay. What happened is okay. It's not saying that, do this to me again. It's really just, it's moving on and moving forward from it. I think I heard a long time ago, and it was a Catholic priest, actually. He was saying that if today someone does something to hurt you, they're responsible for what they've done to hurt you and to cause you pain. He said, but if 3 years from today, you are still carrying that, it's no longer them that's hurting you. It's you
hurting yourself.
Wow.
Interesting. Interesting. Wow.
Yes.
Which one stood out to you?
Love never fails. Love never fails. Love never fails stood out to me because when I think of everything that I've been through, and where I am today, what I've always, the first time I read that scripture, I'm getting a little teary-eyed.
I know, I'm just like, baby, are you choking up? Do we need a hug?
The first time I read that scripture, I wasn't a Christian. I wasn't living my life for God. And the first time I read that scripture, I read it, and it's like something started opening up to me. But at the very end, where it says, "And love never fails," I thought to myself, you mean something cannot fail? And so what I started doing from then, I remember I'd go through very difficult situations, and there was a reminder: release love. If you release love into a situation, God becomes responsible for the outcome, because love can't fail. It cannot fail.
And if I may, it's the kind of love that doesn't fail.
Yes.
Feelings of love fail.
Yes.
Right? Always trying to feel love and feel a certain kind of a love that satisfies expectations and so forth. But again, this verse is talking about a doing love.
Doing love.
And it is the doing of love, the verb love, that can't fail.
Yes.
Right? The decision to, it's hard to give a feeling without doing. It's almost impossible. So the goal here is to be patient, is to be kind.
Yes.
To give trust, to give a love that protects, give a love that preserves.
Yes.
Give a love that forgives, and so forth. So it is the doing of love. I hope on Valentine's Day we will do love.
Absolutely. And it's like a checklist too, Kelly. It can actually serve like a checklist. So you can literally put that up against any situation that you come into,
Every relationship.
Yes, and analyze it. Am I being patient? Am I being kind? Am I keeping a record of wrongs? Am I forgiving? Am I protecting? And you start to go through those and just and check them. And anywhere you know that you're falling short, well, let me. This is what I need to do.
I love that. And I'm so big on like vision boarding and making words for the year and stuff. I'm thinking, I'm seeing when you're speaking, just holding on to like one for a season or a month. You know, just dedicate myself to patience, to kindness in all areas, and just take it slowly and go from there, and hopefully it just seeps into who I am, and Bruce will have a better life for it.
It will.
Yes, he will.
Yeah. It will. It will. It will. Well, we hit the home stretch right after this very, very quick break. Welcome back to the round table. You know what time it is. It is time for our final thoughts. This morning, the topic is 1 Corinthians 13, verses 4 to 8. Love is. PC, Pastor Chris, what are your final thoughts?
All right, well, I have a thought to share. A young lady came to me one day and she was saying, I find a man, you know, and him love me, him say him love me. And I said, so when he say he loves you, and when he say him love you, what do you mean? She said, him say him woulda kill for me. I said, okay, that sounds interesting. I said this, but I said, but did he say that he would die for you? You know, it's one thing to find a man that will kill for you. It's another thing to find a man that will die for you, because the dying thing is something you have to do over and over and over again. So you know, and in this verse that we read, it is dying every day to be patient, right? It's dying every day to give a love that is not envious and jealous. It's dying every day to give a love that perseveres and doesn't fail. Yes. So my thing is on Valentine's Day. Do you know that Saint Valentine, you know, part of him becoming a saint was that he was martyred, him did dead, for the cause of love. He was marrying people at a time when they were saying they didn't want these young men to get married. They wanted them to go off to war, and he was marrying them nonetheless. So he died for love. And I want to encourage you, women, to find a man that would die for you, a sacrificial kind of love.
Yes.
Men, find a woman that will dead for you, right? And that will give you the God kind of love, the Jesus kind of love, a love that is sacrificial, and not just a love that won't kill for you.
Yes.
But a love that will die for you.
Callie.
Wow. I mean, let me just take that all in. That was good. You know what? I saw this Instagram meme, and a girl was saying, don't marry the guy that you get the fireworks with, the crazy feelings, it's, you know, the passion. And it's so funny. And now that I've, you know, chosen to be with Bruce, I realized that it wasn't necessarily the fireworks that grabbed me at first. It was the foundational things about him, his patience. I would say how he served his 90-odd-year-old grandfather, just his kindness, just those characteristics, and then the fireworks come after. And then I'm surprised by the fireworks that come, you know, in the day-to-day. And so I would say let's start with the other thing first, the one that doesn't come upon you, but just witnessing the characteristics and the values of the person, and then the fluff will come after, I think.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, I am excited. I'm excited, Callie, to be where you are. I'm excited to sit where PC is after so many years, because I know that you have a beautiful marriage, and you live that every day in front of us, and it's amazing to see, to witness, and to even be a part of. And so I'm excited. I'm excited for the beginning, and I'm excited for, you know, as it goes along. So my final thoughts definitely on love is that love, understanding that love is not always, it's not always feeling, it's not always what you feel. Sometimes love, love is quite often more what you do than it is what you feel. So yeah, love never fails. Never fails. So yes. So, you know, it is Valentine's Day, Callie.
Yeah, I'm getting goosebumps. Is it like
are you excited today for anything? Like what's happening today for you? What
is he allowed in here?
He is allowed in here.
Oh my goodness, I thought you said you were taking me to work. Honey. Aww. Wait, my mic has fallen off and everything. Let me hug
Mine
you.
is still on. Happy Valentine's Day, Callie.
Yes.
Well, everyone, that's a wrap for the round table today, guys. Be good and be on purpose. And remember, love cannot fail.
together. It's so unbelievable how we used to say I'd fall never. The basis is need to know. If you don't know just how I feel, then let me show you now that I'm for real. If all things in time will reveal. 'Cause one, you're like a dream come true. 2, just wanna be with you. 3, girl, it's plain to see that you're the only one for me. And 4, repeat steps 1, 2, 3, 5, make you fall in love with me. If ever I believe my work is done, then I'm starting back at 1. If ever I believe my work is done,
then I started back at 1. All my life I prayed for someone like you. I thank God that I finally found you. All my life I prayed for someone like you, and I hope that you feel the same way too. Yes, I pray that you do love me too.
You say you love me just as I am.
Just as I am.
You always treat me the best that you can.
Best that you can.
You say you want me, need me, love me, baby, just as I am. Just as I am. You say you love me
just as I am. You always treat me the best that you can. You say you want me, need me, love me, baby, just as I am. Just as I am.